Blake Hackbarth coming at you with our neutral zone face-offs and our neutral zone forecheck and how we defend. First off, we're going to go over two different face-offs. First one being at the center dot, and then we're going to talk about a face-off on one of the sides of the neutral zone dots. Right here, we're going to go over losing a face-off clean. Obviously, the X's in red are our opponents. We are the team in circles in black. Hypothetically speaking, let's say that we lose the face-off clean right here. Our rule is going to be that we always send our right winger. So that would be this person right here. All right? Their job is to split the ice and force it to play either up this way, or if they can jump this pass here, that's what we're trying to force. Now, let's say they do make that pass across and we don't jump it, then the player is just looping low and then again trying to force a play up that way. Why do we have the right wing go every single time in this neutral zone face-off when it's in the middle? The easiest way to explain it is keeping it simple. So if we lose the face-off, let's say to the left side, and then sometimes we send the left, sometimes we send the right, let's just keep it simple. Always send the right wing. They accomplish the same exact thing, and it's just a matter of executing. So what happens after our right wing leaves? So the right wing is out of the way. They're down in here. All right? Center, your job is to tie up, bump shoulders, stay with your opponent for 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Stay with them, make sure that they don't get loose and catch a breakout pass and get through the middle of the ice. Same thing here, make sure we tie up. Now with this one, we're not going to follow them around. If they want to bail and go somewhere else, we're going to allow them. The biggest thing being is that we play foosball. Now foosball, what I mean by this is that we use the center of the ice kind of as a rod or a string that both the centerman and the left wing in this instance are playing on. With our right wing now being out of the picture down here, let's say that the pass, let's just say more often than not, a player is probably going to go like this. They're probably going to get low and slow, and this defenseman is going to try to make the play through here. That being is that the centerman's taking away this center, and then this left wing is taking away this pass. So let's say that the pass does go up, they're able to jump this pass and try to get the puck, change possession. All right, centerman, your biggest job is to make sure that they don't complete a center cylinder pass. With this forecheck, we're protecting the middle cylinder at all costs, and in a perfect world, we want to try to avoid getting caught outside the dots. All right, we don't want to leave this space open for that player to catch a pass and then have the outside of the middle cylinder open so that they're able to attack. We want to ensure that our winger stays dots and in, and as soon as that pass starts being made, that's when they can attack outside the dots. So that's our basic forecheck through the middle of the ice after losing a draw. Let's talk about what it looks like off of one of the other neutral zone dots. Now, the only real difference here is talking about who attacks. This is only if we lose the face-off clean. Let's say that we lose it clean right here. All right, instead of the right winger going this time, it's going to be our left wing. And now you're going to say, well, you just made this big spiel about how it's always the right wing. Yes, when it's at the center dot. When it's at the center dot, it's always the right wing. But when we're against a wall, we're going to use our outside winger. So in this case, it would be our left wing right here. Why do that? Is because they've already got to get dots and in. They've already got to move that way. So if the puck is going that way, they're just cutting the middle of the ice here, and they're forcing the play to the outside. Again, more often than not, you're probably going to see somebody swing out this way, low and slow here, and then again, it's just back into foosball. We stay on our half of the ice, we force the play, we get here, we move in a little bit, and as soon as we see that play, we jump it. And this centerman, their job, again, is to make sure that this pass doesn't happen through here, assuming that the defenseman moves their feet with the puck. They see that, they're the one jumping right there. playing foosball is the easiest way to explain this. You're on a string, you're on the same rod, you're moving together. And the only time you get off that rod is when it's time to get possession of the puck. You got to be reading, you're reading two things. If I'm the right winger here, I'm reading where they are and where this pass is coming from. If I'm the centerman, I'm reading where they are and where this pass is coming from. If the play flips, let's say that they get a little bit of space here, and now this is the red X right here, or the other defenseman. And then let's say they move down a little bit here. All right, nothing really changes. So we had just moved from here to here. We moved boom and boom, and we got this person swinging. All right, then this person would just swing back this way, assuming that the pass is made back that way. And then you're just moving back to your spots, back to your spots, back to your spots. And then again, you're jumping that pass and you're jumping that middle pass. So you're just playing these two angles right here, wherever the puck ends up. Obviously, that's drawn pretty small, but it's all over the ice. You're playing to your right at a diagonal, to your left at a diagonal. You're reading where that pass is coming from, and you're jumping them. I trust that you're going to be able to jump them, catch the pass, and not get burned. And even if you did, I trust that our defensemen, our defensewomen, are good enough to that where they are able to stay here and play somebody 2-on-1 or have numbers and play somebody 3-on-1. So I trust us in that sense. Just to reiterate our neutral zone forecheck, even if it's not off a faceoff, let's say the other team gets a puck here. Some probably looks something like this, I would assume. All right, so let's say that this person has the puck. All right, this person's low and slow, and how our team initiates our forecheck here is F1 is the first one to touch the red line. F1 equals the person that's going to cut the ice in half. So let's draw forward right here. Whoever reaches the red line first, whether it's a left wing, centerman, left defense, doesn't matter. Whoever touches the red line is F1. All right, 5 guys, 5 spots. They're coming in. They're trying to force the play. Stick to the outside, and that's going to try to force the pass here or here. That is what we want, because then we have our F2 coming in, who's going to be right here down the middle of the ice, and then our F3 is coming in as well for our support. No matter where that F3 is, they got to be able to read and react. So if they're right here, they got to be able to read, okay, I'm a little bit behind the play. I got to get up into my spot. I shouldn't have drawn a diagonal or a loop there. I should have just drawn a straight line through F2. All right, but then they're getting to this spot. So now we got F3 here. So now we've got our bases covered. They're looking here. They're looking here. They're not letting this pass here. They're looking here. They're looking here. And again, staying dots and in until that pass is made. That pass is made. We're jumping. And I trust that our centerman through the middle, or our F2, is going to be able to get right here and eliminate any pass back through the middle. All right, because if that pass happens and then we have somebody to the outside and they beat us there, they're beating multiple people with one pass. So after that, last thing, that F1, don't just loop. All right, if that pass is made, you charge the pass. If they do make the pass through the middle, which they very likely could, all right, that F2 is jumping, you're back through the middle. All right, but you're just forcing the puck one way or another, and then you're following that pass. Again, even if the puck gets flipped, let's say it ends up this way, all right, we always turn down. We get our stick here to the outside, and we're forcing that pass up this way. F3, you move over to the middle. F2, you move down a little bit, right? You're here, you're watching here, you're here, watching here. All right, we're cutting off this middle person, and we're jumping this pass. Hopefully they make it. We want them to make that pass. This person's low and slow. We cut there. We're not allowing anything. Obviously, F1 then, straight to the pass. So where it's there or through the middle, whichever one it is, we're not going to give them a whole lot of options. F1, you're essentially following the passes. You're just herding the play into one spot. If you can create a turnover, of course, we want to try to create those. But that's not your main objective. We just want to apply enough pressure to where we can force a bad decision by the other team, and we can play them into our hand what we want them to do. hopefully this all makes sense. If you have questions, my name is Blake Hackbarth. You can call, text, email me, 920-810-5250, or Blake at foxvalleyhockeytraining.com, and I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you in advance, and go Stars.